Hey, it's August 9th, 2016. It's census night here in Australia. Well, it's actually the day at the moment. It's just before 11 o'clock in the morning, my time. So, it's still morning. Why is that important? Well, because I've already done my census. So, straight up, we can say Census Day 2016. So, you don't really need to do it tonight, you can do it today. Of course, this one's been labelled as the biggest invasion of privacy in Australian history. Why? Because it's the first time that they've done it online. So traditionally census has been a form that's dropped off to your house around a week to a couple of days before census night. And then a collection agent would come a couple of days later, pick it up, and of course all the information would be collated together. And there was things that you didn't have to do on the old census. You didn't have to put your name, you didn't have to put a lot of information. You really just wanted your address, how many people live in your house. So, is it an invasion of privacy? Well, I've done it, so I know what's in it. And I'm sure most people do know what's in it. So to understand, is this the biggest invasion of privacy in Australian history? Let's look at a different website or a different government agency. So there's a different government agency out there called MyGov. Now, MyGov is a portal, if you will. It's all the government agencies in one place. It is a general collection point for Australian individuals to have all their government information kept in one safe, secure place. So, what agencies are kept there? Well, for those who aren't familiar, Australia has one of the best healthcare systems out there, or public healthcare systems in the world. So, we have Medicare listed on the site. So, Medicare collects, of course, your name, your date of birth, your address, if you're married, and how many kids you have, obviously, so they can then work out what entitlements you're entitled to through the government health care system. Because other sites like the Australian Tax Office, of course, again collects your name, your address, your date of birth, your bank account details, who you work for, what you earn, basic information. Then, of course, if you've ever been unemployed, well, then there's Centrelink. Centrelink again clicks name, address, date of birth, marital status, how many children you have, bank account details. You can see a theme sort of developing here. If you've ever been in the army, there's actually and you're receiving an army benefit, there's a portal point there for that. There's one called My Health, which is, of course, all your medical records stored on a government database. So not only does it have your name, address, and telephone number, it also has how many hemorrhoids you have, if you've ever had the clap or any other sexually transmitted disease, if you have any chronic illnesses. So we can already see that this one site is collecting far more data than what the census will tonight. In fact, the only thing that I've not yet mentioned that the census collect, that all these other departments collect, is religion. Every other department collects more information than what census will tonight. So is census a breach? Is this a big breach of Australian privacy? What privacy? We as Australians on a daily basis hand the government more information freely than what we do tonight at census. If you have a driver's license in Australia, you've submitted a birth certificate or a passport to prove where you were born, who you are. If you've ever had a bank account in Australia, you've given up information more than what you're going to give up tonight, with the exception of religion. Religion is the only piece tonight that you'll be giving up that is not collected normally by government or private agencies. And that is very important, because a lot of people are using that as a leverage point tonight, saying, oh, you have to pick a religion. You can't just put no religion because the Muslims will win. Well, not really, because the government, they do donate some money to religious organisations, but you're not going to see mosques popping up all over Australia simply because you pick no religion. And it's the same as if you pick Jedi. You're not going to see Jedi temples popping up all over the countryside because you chose Jedi as a religion. But people will use this as fear. They're going to use this as fear factor because it's that one inconvenient time every 6 years that we have to put up with. It's that one thing every 6 years we have to put up with the government sticking their head in our door. They're not welcome to. We don't want them to, and that's the thing. We don't like it. We hate it. We're Australians. We're lazy, so it's just like, oh, it's another piece of bloody paper we've got to fill out. Hey, it could be worse. They could go and trawl all our government files and get this information. I mean, MyGov alone would give them more information than what the actual Bureau of Statistics will get tonight. So, hey, knuckle down. It's not an invasion of privacy. You're giving the government way more information than what you're going to give them tonight. I mean, unless you're hiding illegal immigrants, or you're living in a relationship you don't want the world to find out about. Fill it out. It's not an invasion of privacy. It's just an inconvenience. And when it comes to selling of your information, oh, for goodness sake, if you've ever entered a Facebook competition, you've sold your information on. And in fact, years ago I worked for a telecommunication company. We were given database discs which had people's information on it, so we could call them all the time. And they were bought from Telstra. So, please. Alright, so thank you very much for more. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, it is census night, so jump on your computers, grab out those little slips of paper, fill them out, make sure you do your bit for the country, and we'll see you next time.